Yeah. Even if you get angry, don't hit the screen. Okay, I'm gonna start.
It's just gonna fall.
It's gonna be fine. Okay. So welcome everybody to today's third session. Thank you all so much for coming and coming on time. I really appreciate that. So today is gonna be kind of like a chill day where we're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about with our loss. So basically today we're just gonna be sharing things that you all want to discuss. So before I want to start this exercise, I'd like to ask someone to read the group rules. Does anyone want to do that? Shania, please. Yeah, read all the rules, please.
Okay, so the rules are respecting confidentiality. Do not invalidate anyone's loss. Everyone's loss is real and respected. Listening to understand. Don't give advice unless asked for, I meant. No phone, so there's no distractions. No subgrouping, and be on time.
Awesome, thank you so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain this exercise. So I brought with me today a stone. This is actually a crystal, it's called labradorite, but that's not important. This is the sharing stone today. And basically the idea is that whoever has the stone shares something that they want to get off their chest. Because as you know, a stone is heavy, and when we keep our emotions, they could sort of weigh on our chest and weigh on us. So when you pass it on to the next person to share, it's kind of like taking that weight off your chest and sharing with others. So I'm gonna put Olivia on the spot.
Yes.
And I'm going to hand you the sharing stone.
Wait, let me put my hair up.
Yeah, put your hair up. Take your time. We're all here for you.
Okay. Thanks, bro.
There you go. So whatever you want to discuss.
So as we know, I lost my sister when she was a baby. So one thing that I wanted to like get off my chest and kind of something I didn't really talk about is the fact that the frustration and anger that I feel because I would never get to know who she turned into, what she ended up liking, what things she ended up doing. Did she do good in school? Did she do good in life or not life? Did she become a basketball player or become a tomboy like me or girly girl like my sister, or like techie or nerdy? Did she like art? Like kind of like all the choices. That's what pissed me off. I get really like angry about it because I will never get to see that. As much as I want to, as much as I dream to, I will never be able to see what she liked and kind of like that. And it really makes me mad because I try to explain that to other people and they don't get it.
Yeah, and it's hard to understand like, and to think about what would have been.
Yeah.
You know, what would have been if I hadn't lost this person.
Yeah, I think that's like where I have to stop too because like I don't know. So like why question everything and like why like freak out about different stuff and yeah. But like trying to explain that to my mom or my sister, they're like, she's dead, and I'm like, I understand that, but like what would she be? Like who would she be? And like so every birthday I write like a thing out of like, oh, you're 15 now, like you're a year away from getting your license, would you like to drive, would you like to do things, to kind of like put that, not false reality, but just to like write it down on paper.
No, I think that's a good way of coping with that as well, because you write down, you know, you're speaking to her and you're letting her know like, I wish you were here, I wish I knew what you would have been like. So I think that's a really good way of doing that.
Oh, I was like, I was trying to tell Liv, but
Maybe push the pop socket back, like push the pop socket in.
We can cut that out, it's okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep
That was
going.
really good, we'll just cut it out. Okay, thank you so much, Olivia, for sharing. Who wants the sharing stone?
Thank you.
Okay, Liv.
Okay. I guess I would say that time does help, but it doesn't mean that people say like time heals, and I think that time makes things easier, but it doesn't fully heal you, because there's days that you'll wake up and be like really upset about it or really angry about it, but you just learn how to deal with it a little better, I think. And I think that you'll always miss them and it'll always be confusing. And like you'll think about like for my dad, I think like, oh, my wedding and like just like little things like that, like he won't be there. So it's like always in the back of your mind, everything that they're gonna miss out on, and that you would wish that they would be there for.
Yeah, and you know, people say time heals, but the truth is that every year there's an anniversary, a birthday, there's
always
a wedding,
like, the holidays, everything. Like it's always hard certain times, harder certain times of the year, but
yeah, because
I
they're
think
not
that would
there.
be it. Yeah, and some days you just like wake up more sad, or like thinking about it more. Like I have days where I just wake up and I'm like, yeah, today's not it. Like I'll just be really sad about it. But then other days it'll just be like, but you do always think about them every day. Like even if it's just like a small little thought, I always think about him. So I think that's something.
Yeah, and in grief we talk about like stugs, which are sudden temporary upsurges of grief, and it could be like just for a minute. Oh, like I'm having this huge emotional reaction because I miss this person, and they could happen completely randomly. You could be washing the dishes, and then all of a sudden I miss my dad.
Oh yeah, I'll be like laying in my bed completely fine, and they're like, okay, time to cry.
Yeah, but it's good to understand that those are normal reactions, and you could still be healed and have these, you know, temporary upsurges of sadness. So I really appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
So Shania, it looks like it's your turn to share.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I don't get a prompt?